Hello again. We're going to be talking about books dealing with the combative mindset in the following series. And the combative mindset really refers to three phases: the awareness phase, the in-fight phase, dealing with close quarter fighting, and the post-fight phase. So, the combat mindset has been discussed in several books, uh, and it's quite often talked about in the self protection books, uh, quite a few of which we have already reviewed. And many of them do give a good chunk of what this is all about. But we're going to be talking about books that specifically deal with it. Also, just as an aside, there are quite a few there are quite a few fiction books that can really impart the essentials of the combative mindset. For example, some of Barry Eisler's, Marcus, particularly with his With a Vengeance, um, Jeff Thompson's Red Mist is very good on unarmed combative mindset. And people like Jack Carr in their series of the James Reese books, there's a lot you can glean from that. So don't ignore the fictional side. The book we're going to kick off with is a book I picked up in Georgia. I was at the Galefi conference, the Georgia Association of Law Enforcement Firearms Instructors, and they were giving this book out. And I got, I think, 3 copies, kept one for myself, and I gave 2 to friends who were in the business who I thought would find it useful. And it's this book, and it's called Left of Bang, which is How the Marine Corps Combat Hunter Program Can Save Your Life. Left of Bang refers to a linear representation of an attack event. So to the left is what's leading up to it. Then you've got the bang, the attack, and then right of bang is everything that happens after it. So left of bang is all the things you can do to anticipate, to prevent, to prepare before the actual attack goes off. So great title for a book. And it's as it says on the title, it's based on the U.S. Marine Corps Combat Hunter Program. Well, it says the Combat Hunter course teaches Marines what their conventional training doesn't. Not only how to deal with the bad guys, but how to spot them in the first place, particularly when they look and act exactly like the good guys. And in the book, there are quite a few tributes from guys who have attended the Combat Hunter program after having already done one or multiple tours to Afghanistan and Iraq. And their feeling is, I wish I'd had this training before I went. It's really valuable stuff. One of the 3 main architects of the Combat Hunter program is my old friend Dave Scott Donnellan, ex-Rhodesian Special Forces guy. So it's good to see him acknowledged in the book. The book covers many things. It covers the colour code, Colonel Cooper's colour code, and obviously with him being a Marine, they're delighted to include him, and the OODA, John Boyd's OODA loop. So that's discussed in the book. Also things like the use of instinct, pattern recognition, this kind of thing. There's also lots of case histories, both from military and law enforcement, to illustrate the lessons. Now, I did read one criticism of the book was that a lot of the material is available elsewhere. And I don't know how true that is, but it's also good to have it all in one place where you can refer to it quite concisely. And that's what I found it valuable. And when I give it to one of my friends who, as I say, is in the community, shall we say, working very high risk job, it was with that in mind, that it was an easy reference in one place rather than digging around. For example, Masai Yuba's written an awful lot on combat mindset. He's one of the first really to write it, and I've still got his original article. But he's never written a specific book on it. You have to go and find out where the stuff is. And Left of Bang, particularly why I'm starting this series with this book, is it's a great place to start. It's very important to understand what the combat mindset is, and it's a very difficult thing to kind of describe because we're all different, all got different backgrounds, different capabilities, different genetic makeups, and so on. And describing internal mental processes can be quite difficult, and this book does a good job of that. So it's widely available. I'll put the link on, and they have a website too, so I'll put a link to that. So if you're going to start a library of this kind of material, it's a good one to start with.